Spinal adjustments provided by Dr. Chad Rolfson. The Spinal Tuning Chiropractic Center is a Des Moines area low flat fee per month unlimited chiropractic care practice. When life happens, just adjust. Schedule today at spinaltuning.com. Welcome to Storytime, The Wolf and the Seven Little Kids. There was once upon a time an old goat who had 7 little kids and loved them with all the love a mother for her children. One day, she wanted to go into the forest and fetch some food. So she called all 7 to her and said, "Dear children, I have to go into the forest. Be on your guard against the wolf. If he comes in, he will devour you all, skin, hair, and all. The wretch often disguises himself, but you will know him at once by his rough voice and his black feet." The kids said, "Dear mother, we will take good care of ourselves. You may go away without any anxiety." Then the old one bleated and went on her way with an easy mind. It was not long before someone knocked at the door and cried, "Open the door, dear children. Your mother is here and has brought something back with her for each of you." But the little kids knew that it was the wolf by its rough voice. "We will not open the door," cried they. "You are not our mother. She has a soft, pleasant voice, but your voice is rough. You are the wolf." Then the wolf went away to a shopkeeper and bought a great lump of chalk, ate this, and made his voice soft with it. Then came back, knocked at the door of the house, and cried, "Open the door, dear children. Your mother is here and has brought something back with her for each of you." But the wolf had laid his paws against the window, and the children saw them and cried, "We will not open the door. Our mother has not black feet like you. You are the wolf." Then the wolf ran to a baker and said, "I have hurt my feet. Rub some dough on them for me." And when the baker had rubbed his feet, he ran to the miller and said, "Strew some white meal over my feet for me." The miller thought to himself, "The wolf wants to deceive someone?" and refused. But the wolf said, "If you will not do it, I will devour you." Then the miller was afraid and made his paws white for him. Yes, so are men. Now the wretch went for the 3rd time to the house door, knocked, and said, "Open the door, dear children. Your dear mother has come home and has brought every one of you something from the forest with her." The little kids cried, "First, show us your paws, that we may know if you are our dear little mother." Then he put his paws in through the window, and when the kids saw that they were white, they believed all that he had said and opened the door. But who should come in but the wolf? The little kids cried, "First, show us your paws." Then they were terrified and wanted to hide themselves. One sprang under the table, the second into the bed, the third into the stove, the fourth into the kitchen, the fifth into the cupboard, the sixth under the washing bowl, and the seventh into a clock case. But the wolf found them all and made no delay, but swallowed one after the other down his throat. The youngest in the clock case was the only one he did not find. When the wolf had satisfied his appetite, he took himself off, laid himself down under the tree in the green meadow outside, and began to sleep. Soon afterward, the old goat came home again from the forest. Oh, what a sight! She saw there the house. The house door stood wide open. The tables, chairs, and benches were thrown down. The washing bowl lay broken in pieces, and the quilts and pillows were pulled off the bed. She sought her children, but they were nowhere to be found. She called them out one after another, but by name, but no one answered. At last, when she called the youngest, a soft voice cried, "Dear mother, I am in the clock case." She took the kid out, and it told her that the wolf had come and had eaten all the others. Then you may imagine how she wept over her poor children. At length, in her grief, she went out, and the youngest kid ran with her. When they came to the meadow, there lay the wolf by the tree, and he was snoring so loud that the branches shook. She looked at him on every side and saw that something was moving and struggling in his stomach. "Ah," she said, "is it possible that my poor children, whom he has swallowed down for his supper, can still be alive?" Then the kid had to run home and fetch the scissors and a needle and thread, and the goat cut open the monster's stomach. Hardly had she made one cut, then one little kid thrust its head out. And when she had cut further, all 6 sprang out one after another and were all still alive and had suffered no hurt whatever. For in his greediness, the monster had swallowed them whole. What rejoicing there was! They embraced their dear mother and jumped like a tailor at his wedding. The mother, however, said, "Now go and look for some big stones. We will fill the wicked beast's stomach with them while he is asleep." Then the 7 kids dragged the stones thither with all the speed and put as many of them in his stomach as they could get in. And the mother sewed him up again in the greatest haste, so that he was not aware of anything and never once stirred. When the wolf had had his sleep out, he got on his legs, and the stones in his stomach made him very thirsty. He wanted to go to the well to drink, but when he had begun to walk and to move about, the stones in the stomach knocked around against each other and rattled. Then he cried, "What rumbles and thumbles against my poor bones? I thought 'twas 6 kids, but it's only big stones." And when he got to the well and stooped over the water and was just about to drink, the heavy stones made him fall in. There was no help for it, but he had to drown miserably. When the 7 kids saw that, they came running to the spot and cried loud, "The wolf is dead! The wolf is dead!" and danced for joy round the well with their mother. The Wolf and the 7 Little Kids. If you enjoyed the story, share it with your friends. You can subscribe on your favorite platform that you listen to your podcast for other stories as they are shared. Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter at MyBuddyJimmy, or on YouTube at MyBuddyJimmy101. Thank you for listening to Storytime.